For you the revelation of all this has become like the words of the sealed scroll. When it was handed to the one who can read, with the request, "Read this," he replies, "I cannot, it is sealed." When it is handed to the one who cannot read, with the request, "Read this," he replies, "I cannot read." The Lord said, "Since the people draws near with words only, and honors me with their lips alone, though their hearts are far from me, and their reverence for me has become routine observance of the precepts of men." You know, we came to we're coming to the we already came to the time where at the church people think that they're saved because they just go to church and worship God with their mouths but not their hearts. They just kind of just going through the routine and think it's just a routine and just a show, um, just to show that they, I guess, think about God at the least, at on Sunday. Um, they don't they don't know God because God is not in their heart. Um, they only, their hearts are far from me. They only honor Him with their lips, um, and they're not filled with the Holy Spirit because they're not born again. Therefore, I will again deal with this people in a surprising and wondrous fashion. The wisdom of its wise men shall perish, and the understanding of its prudent men shall be hid. Woe to those who would hide their plans too deep for the Lord, who would work in darkness, saying, "Who sees us, who knows us?" Your perversity is though the potter were taken to be the clay, as though that what is made should say of its maker, "He made me not," or the vessel should say of the potter, "He does not understand." So, this says that, we are the vessel, God is the potter. So basically we're saying that God doesn't understand what we're trying to do. He doesn't see what we're trying to do. Meanwhile, the potter knows what we're trying to do. God knows what we're trying to do, but we don't know what God's trying to do to the full extent, unless He tells us. People like to, the non-born again believers like to think that certain things are hidden, that their mind is hidden, that their hearts are hidden from God, and that they can do evil in their hearts and minds without God knowing, let alone do it freely, thinking that God covers their sin because He died on the cross, and they just use it for a cover-up for evil, which is also warned in the Bible that people do, that are not saved. God is just gonna, I think it's in Revelation or some book, it says in times, people will come up to God saying, "Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name? Didn't we do wondrous things in your name?" And God will say, "I never knew you." These are the type of people He'll say that He never knew, the people who only honored Him with His lips and their hearts were far from Him. You guys who are born again, being born again, you change your mind, you change your hearts, and your hearts are for God, and you work for God, and your life is God. Your life is not your own, and you realize it. The Holy Spirit dwells within you, and you live for God only. And those who think they're wise in these churches, they perish, and the understanding of the prudent men will be hid because, it speaks for itself. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say in this video. Thanks.